Wardell Edwin Bond, born on April 9, 1903, in Benkelman, Nebraska, remains one of Hollywood's most enduring character actors. Raised in Denver, Colorado, Bond developed a passion for sports, particularly football, which shaped much of his early life. This athletic background laid the foundation for his later screen persona as a rugged, commanding figure. His path crossed with John Wayne at the University of Southern California, USC, where both played football. This connection would evolve into one of Hollywood's most famous off-screen friendships. Bond's life, spanning from silent films to the early television era, reflected a mix of athletic discipline, professional reliability, and an unpretentious personality that left a lasting mark on American entertainment. Early years and friendship with John Wayne Bond's collegiate years at USC proved pivotal not only for his athletic career, but for his entrance into Hollywood. He and John Wayne forged a close friendship while playing football, bonding over sports, ambition, and shared values. Their camaraderie extended beyond college, influencing Bond's entry into film. A screen test for the 1929 film Salute, directed by John Ford, brought Bond and Wayne into the professional sphere together. This connection helped Bond transition from athletics to acting. The friendship endured decades of professional collaboration, particularly in westerns and war films, where their on-screen chemistry mirrored their off-screen loyalty. This partnership exemplified how personal relationships can shape Hollywood careers in meaningful ways. Transition from sports to acting. Though initially focused on a sports career, Bond discovered an affinity for acting in the late 1920s. His first forays were during the silent film era, where his towering stature and commanding presence quickly caught attention. Directors recognized him as the perfect choice for rugged, dependable characters, often soldiers, lawmen, or sailors. Early roles were typically small and sometimes uncredited, but Bond's distinct voice and imposing figure ensured he stood out. His natural athleticism translated well on screen, giving authenticity to physically demanding roles. This transition from sports to acting demonstrated his adaptability and work ethic, qualities that would define a career spanning over 200 films across multiple genres. Career breakthroughs and collaborations. Bond's career gained momentum as he worked consistently under directors like John Ford and Frank Capra. His versatility allowed him to appear in westerns, war films, film noir, and dramatic features. Notable credits included The Maltese Falcon, 1941, It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, Sergeant York, 1941, Fort Apache, 1948, The Searchers, 1956, and Rio Bravo, 1959. Despite often playing supporting roles, Bond's performances carried remarkable gravitas, lending emotional depth to the stories he inhabited. He was trusted to elevate scenes with authenticity and moral strength. Directors relied on his professionalism, and audiences appreciated the relatable, steadfast characters he portrayed. Bond's screen presence became synonymous with reliability and integrity in Hollywood's golden age. Iconic roles and on-screen presence. Among his most memorable roles was Reverend Captain Samuel Johnson Clayton in The Searchers, 1956. Bond excelled in portraying morally grounded, principled figures, often embodying American values such as loyalty, courage, and resilience. Though not a traditional matinee idol, his characters resonated with audiences as symbols of working-class virtue. Bond's performances were never flashy, yet they commanded attention through authenticity and strength of character. His ability to embody rugged, patriotic, and occasionally blustery figures made him a unique presence in Hollywood, allowing supporting roles to leave lasting impressions. Bond's on-screen persona mirrored his off-screen reputation as dependable, straightforward, and principled. Television success with Wagon Train. Bond's influence extended into television with the NBC series Wagon Train, 1957 to 1960. Playing Major Seth Adams, he brought warmth, grit, and humanity to the role, becoming a central reason for the show's popularity. At a time when many film actors struggled to transition to television, Bond embraced the medium, helping to define early TV westerns. His portrayal of Adams showcased leadership and relatability, qualities audiences admired. Wagon Train not only cemented his legacy for a new generation, but also allowed Bond to continue exploring the frontier-themed narratives that defined much of his film career. Television amplified his visibility and broadened his cultural impact beyond cinema alone. Personal life and marriages. Bond's personal life, though more private than his professional achievements, included two significant marriages. In 1936, he married Doris Sellers Childs during a period of rising stardom. This marriage lasted 8 years, coinciding with his increasing film commitments and frequent travel. The pressures of Hollywood likely contributed to their eventual divorce in 1944. A decade later, Bond married Louise Myers, marking a more stable phase of his life. By this time, Bond was established in both film and television, and this marriage endured until his death in 1960. His personal life reflected the challenges of maintaining relationships amid demanding careers, but ultimately demonstrated his capacity for long-term companionship. Friendship and professional loyalty with John Wayne. Bond's enduring friendship with John Wayne exemplified loyalty and mutual respect. Their bond, forged at USC and reinforced through decades of collaboration, extended beyond film sets. They shared long shoots, late-night conversations, and the highs and lows of Hollywood life. Despite the pressures and ego-driven environment of the industry, Bond maintained a consistent presence by Wayne's side. Their relationship was grounded in shared values, humor, and trust, contrasting with the often superficial friendships common in Hollywood. This connection highlighted Bond's character both on and off screen, someone who valued camaraderie and loyalty over fame or self-promotion. Political views and cultural influence. Bond was not only influential in entertainment, but also vocal in his political beliefs. His conservative, hardline political views reflected his broader worldview of traditional values, personal responsibility, and patriotism. These traits were mirrored in the characters he portrayed, further enhancing his authenticity on screen. Bond's influence on American culture extended beyond acting. He helped shape the archetype of the rugged, principled American hero in Western cinema. His roles, professional choices, and public persona collectively contributed to a mid-20th century cultural identity that emphasized integrity, courage, and leadership. Death and lasting recognition. Ward Bond passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack on November 5, 1960, at the age of 57, while staying in Dallas, Texas. His death marked the end of a prolific career spanning over 3 decades. Bond's contribution to film and television was later commemorated, including posthumous recognition in Oklahoma City in 2001 for his impact on Western cinema. Beyond his impressive filmography, Bond's enduring legacy lies in his embodiment of strength, leadership, and reliability, qualities that continue to influence depictions of American heroes on screen. His work remains a touchstone for character actors and Western enthusiasts alike. Conclusion. A legacy of strength and loyalty, Ward Bond's life and career represent a rare combination of talent, loyalty, and authenticity. From his early football days at USC to his extensive film career and television success, he consistently embodied dependability and integrity. His enduring friendship with John Wayne illustrated the depth of his personal connections, while his roles reflected American values and ideals. Bond's influence extended beyond entertainment, shaping cultural perceptions of heroism and moral character. Decades after his passing, his performances continue to resonate, confirming his place in Hollywood history as a formidable character actor, television pioneer, and emblem of steadfastness in both life and art.